Hey, how's it going? Roy from Tapio Farms. Gonna shoot a quick video here. I will turn around the camera and explain what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see we've got these trays here filled up with soil. All right, about a centimeter of soil in there. It's nice and dry. I just poured it in there. Got about 4 trays I just filled up. And I think what I'm gonna do, instead of throwing them on the ground and putting the soil in there and having to bend over and all that stuff, I'm just going to take this dang bag and create a little funnel right there with the bag, and then just pour in a bunch. This is what I did with the last one. Seemed to work pretty well. Now I'm going to take my trowel, my trusty trowel, like that alliteration there. I'm going to break up this stuff, and I'm just pushing it back, evening it out, right? Push all this back, and I can keep cutting it up as I go. This kind of worked pretty well for the last one. I'm going to do this real quick. Now, I showed these videos to my mom, and even my mom, my 65-year-old mom, is like, you have to edit your videos. So eventually I will be doing that. Right now, I am figuring out how to organize my life a little bit better. But eventually I'll have some video editing, and these will be a lot more easy to watch. I don't want to have any 45-minute videos where I'm just doing the same thing the whole time. So there you go. All right, we've got a nice little even patch of soil on this thing. It's not very thick. We don't need it to be very thick. We're trying to save soil, trying to use as little as possible, really. And we don't need that much. That's really enough. You just need enough. As far as I can see from the last 2 batches I did, you need like a skiff of soil. You don't need that much in order to grow some nice, tall, healthy microgreens. And then we're going to be saving money and actually saving space in the compost bucket. And it's not going to hurt so much to lug it up the stairs, which honestly it's not too bad. Yeah, so that's about it. After I fill up this last one, I'm going to take my trusty milk jug that I rinsed out. I'm going to put some water in there, and then I'm going to bottom fill this tray. So I'm going to put water in the bottom right down there. I might actually portion it out. I'll probably just eyeball it this time. Gosh, I gotta buy a Pyrex cup. Maybe I can use this. Oh, here we go. We got a mason jar. So I'll see how many cups it takes to soak this soil correctly, and I'll probably tell you in the next video. So yeah, that's the update. Microgreens diary number 16, 17, I'm not sure, but this is day 0. Putting the seeds down on soil. I'm just going to shake out probably, I've got 6 trays, so I'll probably do 3 arugula, 3 broccoli. I'm going to skip the radishes and the peas this time because it's just too much of a headache, and I've got to do some more research on how to deal with larger seed varieties. I need to do more research. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I don't do much research. I spend all my time working and watching movies and drawing. So anyway, that's that. That's the update. Maybe I'll bring you out into the garden in the next video, give you the update on how much water I used to bottom water the first watering. All right. And so that is it. This is the 3rd run, the beginning of the 3rd run. We're doing it. We're keeping it going. This train is chugging along, and it's not going to stop for nothing, except for death. If I die, then I'm definitely going to stop. But anyway, I'm going to focus on the arugula and the broccoli because those seem to be the easiest to grow and honestly probably have the best health benefits anyway. So I'm going to focus on that, focus on what is easier and what I'm good at. And then eventually, once I have more knowledge under my belt, I will expand into larger seed varieties such as radishes, such as peas, such as sunflowers. But until I can get a handle on how to do that, I'm just not going to waste any more resources and time doing that, because those big seeds get really moldy really easily, and these little seeds are just super easy. Now, last run, the second run. What's up, kitty? Yeah, are you exploring? I'll turn the camera around so you can see my cat. What's up, baby? What you doing? What you doing? Huh? What's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? You got everything you need. Yeah, you got everything you need, don't you? Yeah. Yes, you do. What you doing? What you doing? Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to focus on these smaller seed varieties. I'm going to space them out a little bit more. I'm going to use less seed on the soil and have better spacing, because I think that I was very, very close to getting mold on the bottoms of the arugula and the broccoli because the seeds were too close together upon seeding. So I'm going to spread them out a little bit more. We're going to save on seeds, and hopefully we will still get a nice crop. And then, also, I keep thinking I'm going to wrap this video up, but there's more. I'm going to use the scale, wherever that is. Alright, here it is. We've got a scale. We're going to turn this baby on and weigh all of the greens when we're done. So we're going to actually get a weight by gram or pound or whatever we're going to do, ounce. Maybe we'll do all three. Maybe we'll do everything. We're going to get the weight and see how much weight we harvest. I think that's going to be good to know, instead of just packing them in, recycled blackberry boxes and eyeballing it. I think it's going to be good to get the weight, because we're probably going to be selling it by weight quite often. I want to cut down on the amount of plastic that we're using for containers. So, obviously, as a seller, it's going to be a lot cheaper to just go and buy, 100 pack, 200, 500 pack, 1,000 pack, little plastic clamshells from Walmart or Amazon or something. A lot cheaper. Believe me, that's what everybody does, right? They buy bulk plastic clamshells, but the problem with that is they just get thrown in the garbage and then they end up in a landfill, and or just thrown on the side of the road, and all of that toxic plastic is leaching into the soil. So I don't like the idea of that, quite honestly. As an American, as a guy who likes the outdoors, I don't like the idea of that. So just a hunch, probably not good. So what I'm going to do prospectively is offer a program where we're going to be selling them in mason jars. I'm just going to add the cost of the mason jar onto the product that we're selling. People can bring it back, or people can bring their own containers, and we'll just weigh it out, at the farmer's market. If people want to, if they're gonna order it and we're gonna deliver it to them, we might have to figure something else out. Or we could pick up the mason jars on the next delivery, right? Wash them, give them a discount on that delivery for the mason jars that they return. And then we're just using glass. Glass can break. You can throw it in a landfill. It's not going to do anything bad. So that's the plan, right? That's something I'm spitballing. I'm coming up with. Is like for the deliveries, we deliver it in mason jars or something equivalent. The next delivery, we go to their house. They give us back the mason jars, the containers or whatever, leave it on the doorstep, whatever. We'll pick it up and then take the charge for the containers off of the delivery of that one that we're bringing to them, right? Or all of them, right? So that we're technically we're just selling them the greens, and that's it. And we have reusable containers. So we're not we're actually reusing the containers. We're not, we can essentially fold that cost back into the business, right? Pretty smart, I think. The drawback of that is that we are spending time picking up the mason jars and washing them, right? But that's really not, I mean, especially for such a small scale operation, I don't think it's going to be a problem. So, that's about it. All right. Peace. Thank you for watching. Peace out.